Okay, deck tech. Let's run the Chalice version back through the grinder. Back on this version, which we were exploring before I decided to give Wish a whirl, and I think there's a lot to like for sure about this list. I don't want to rehash everything because you can look at the previous video if you want to see how, if you want to see a more in-depth analysis of each card choice, but suffice it to say, deviating from this list, I think also solidified what I really like about it. And while I have not 5-0'd with this list yet, and I have with like the 4 Ensnaring Bridge version, I think the 4 Chalice 2 Ensnaring Bridge version brings most of what the 4 Ensnaring Bridge version brought to the table, but I think much more, because at the end of the day, Chalice is just a lot less clunky than Bridge. It's a clean answer to Cascade. It's a clean help against Burn. It actually enables us to possibly beat a Nauseam. There's just like it like I said before, it basically helps shore up almost every single bad matchup we have. It's really uncanny in that regard. It's weird that we're playing Chalice. It's weird, really weird, because historically Chalice was our arch nemesis, but like we've just moved so far away from the 28, 32 1-drop lists that we played in the past. We've moved so far away from that like Chalice suddenly is our friend instead of our enemy. How things change. Like Metal Gear Solid 3. Today's friends become tomorrow's enemies, and today's enemies become tomorrow's friends. Anyway. Yeah. So anyway, let's I guess just see how this goes, and I love the Magus. I think Blood Moon in the main is better in most of the meta. Also, I just love the way the games go fast sometimes, because Magus of the Moon gives them hope, and sometimes they keep on playing for their like Lightning Bolt or something if they don't even immediately have it. But sometimes when you just stick a turn 2 Blood Moon, sometimes the game's just over, it just ends, and the game goes on, and we get to jam more matches. So there's just kind of a pragmatic, a kind of like practical, non-explicitly MTG-related reason to also play Blood Moon. But, but more than anything, though, that does also speak to its overall power level. And if Magus is better, just swap the Blood Moon for the Magus, and yeah. Anyway, yeah, Bridge is still good for like Murktide and and Living End and other like decks. Just Rhinos, like just be able to hold like a tide of big creatures at bay. It's like the only card that can really do that. So let's see. Yeah, main deck Relic. I'm really surprised by this list. I just really am. Who would have thought playing all these sideboard cards in the main just frees up so much sideboard slots, and like I like it. Let's get to it. See how it goes. Thank everybody. Please smash that like button. Smash it real hard. Smash it as hard as hopefully we'll smash the meta. All right. All right. Match 1. Let's see. Let's see how it goes. All right. Keep. Definitely seems like the type of Obosh hands that we've known and loved. Most people don't really play sorcery speed removal, so I don't think dashing is as good against most opponents as it is against us. Plus, we can stomp if we play this out as such. Or we can play a turn 3 Bonecrusher perhaps. Okay. Alrighty. I think a stomp is in order. Seems like burn. Alrighty. Alrighty. Alright, let's give this the good stomp. Alrighty. Alrighty. Says burn. Boros Charm would have been good to cast, but didn't quite have the ability to do that turn, so. Alrighty. Alrighty. Okay. Should we put Obosh to hand, or should we Or should we play Bonecrusher? That is the question. I'm gonna play Bonecrusher because we wanna, you know, set up so when we drop Obosh, it's like devastating. Best way to do that is when we got a Bonecrusher in play. So let's see. Okay. And plus, even if they deal with it, they take damage, which is always nice. Okay. Okay, now I think we can play. Do we play Obosh or do we play Seasoned Pyromancer? I guess we'll play Seasoned Pyromancer. We'll keep Fury in hand because it's great against Eidolon. Yeah, Den of the Bugbear works just fine. Alrighty. Alright, Fury time. Yeah, this particular match is definitely going swimmingly. Alrighty. And now we're threatening lethal next turn. Alrighty. And now we get to play the chalices. So first things first, let's replace Blood Moon with Magus. Although we don't get the benefit of Obosh since we're going to be bringing in Chalice, we do need more clocks because, yeah, deck speed can be kind of slow. So we want 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 20 creatures, definitely. I think we can afford to take out Relic. It doesn't really do that much. I don't even know if they have Luris. I wasn't paying attention. Yeah, and maybe Valakut Awakening can pitch the extra 1-drops that are stranded in our hand. I think this is good. We got Blast Zone and Pyrite Spellbomb to hopefully clean up pro-red creatures. I like it. Let's see. Okay, I like it. Alright, so we can Lightning Bolt this, which we will do on their attack step to prevent both dashing it in against us and the last moment before ninjutsu, which, you know, I know there's no real play ninjutsu cards, you know, with a mono red burn, but still. Doesn't mean we can't. Actually, you know, I'm going to risk ninjutsu, and because I'm going to see if they're going to add anything. Okay, they don't. Alrighty. Well, that would suck if they ninjutsu something in play, save it, and get it through. Okay. Yeah, let's drop this. Let's just play Fury. Because the problem is they can save the Swift Spear. I can't imagine they have Eidolon. I think they would have played it instead of Swift Spear if they had it. And even if they do, we've got the Pyrite Spellbomb at the ready. I'll probably crack if they don't play a creature worth killing. Okay, creature, sorcery, land. So it's not quite, they don't quite have all the cards they need. I'll probably crack this if they don't play it, because I'm worried about them holding up an instant, so just need to draw like actual hammer or something. Man, that sucks. Man, that sucks. Alright, we'll discard up Den. Well, that doesn't suck, but we need another red card. Maybe I shouldn't have cracked that actually, because we need that against Core Firewalker. Last hand. Seems like. Alright, well, we gotta Fury this if we draw another red card. Well, just not drawing red cards today, folks. I think we would have been in okay shape if we would have drawn a red card, but, you know. At least we get to play Fury, but taking 3 is a little bit unacceptable. Taking 5, I guess, is a little unacceptable. Come on, do not hit Lightning Bolt. Oh my god. Always, burn decks always hit Lightning Bolt with Ragavan. Could have used that last turn. Ragavan's the last card in their hand, so we'll see if they just keep drawing lands or what's up. Alright, no chalices, that sucked. Actually, could have got that if we just drew a red card. I'm gonna play Chalice on 2, I think. At +3 life, if not for that. I know we can play Chalice on 1. Yeah. I'll definitely keep. I'll definitely play Ragavan. It probably is ideal to play Chalice on 1 first, unless we know they got smashed to smithereens, because Chalice on 2 will shut off Chalice on 1. Yeah, let's just do this and see how Valakut can pitch my Lightning Bolt now. Now, hopefully, they don't smash to smithereens it. That would suck. Ouch. And they snap concede out of shame. Alright, I think it happens. I mean, I don't know. I would only snap concede if I had smash to smithereens, because it's not really a misplay, if not, but anyway. Alright, match 2, let's go. Turn 1 Ragavan. Can't complain. Plus Shinka to back it up. You know, Shinka doesn't always come up, but when it does, you know, it is nice. Alright, let's get our Raggy out here. If they prismatic ending it, then we can dash another one out. If they path me, that's fine too. Oh. Okay, it's Temur Living End. Chalice. 4 main deck Chalice, I think, is good. Are we going to see some Pyromancer ditching Ragavan and Fury? Well, okay. This does slow them down, though, nonetheless. Unless they want to go for it right now, I'm not exactly sure what doing that really accomplished. I would have just been more cards in their graveyard if I were them, but I don't know. Alrighty. Oh, Force Negation. Too bad I don't really have a blue card to fully take advantage of that, but still, I'll do this. Discard Ragavan and Fury. I think I'll just get another Fury out here too. Oh, we're at it. Just because having a Fury in the graveyard seems pretty good. I guess also we could have Lightning Bolted our own Season Pyromancer, now that I think about it. Maybe that would have been better. Let's see. Well, the upshot is that they have nothing to take. Let's see. I'm probably going to put Obosh to hand because I'm worried about a... Well, I guess if they Living End right now, it's kind of good for us. Yeah, it's really good for us. So let's do this. Oh, okay. Did not expect to win game 1 like this. Alrighty. We want Chalice on 0. We want Ensnaring Bridge. We want Pillage. We want Magus. Wow, the entire sideboard comes in. Except for Obosh. He's gonna chill over there. Okay, so I don't think Bonecrusher is at its best. Fury can be good, but I don't think it's at its best either. Hammer, probably a 2 of. Keep Hammer as a 2 of, I guess. Yeah, keep Hammer as a 2 of. I don't think Lightning Bolt is at its best. We need this stuff to be able to cycle into our hate cards, cycle into Hammer. At the end of the day, I think if we're establishing the hate cards, I think we can do this. So let's go. I like it. The Valakut Awakenings can also help us dig into our 2 of Hammer. So going down to 2 Hammer isn't the end of the world. Alrighty. Now see, this is why I like these cards. Since I got Chalice on 0, I'm gonna keep. And I'm also playing under Blood Moon. Alright, let's test the waters here. Gotta do this now to play around Grief. They might force negate it. Alright, they do? Play this. Relic of Progenitus could be good. Okay, well, that's not the end of the world either. If they unleash right now, it can be kind of bad, but they're also not. These are not also the most powerful creatures they have at their disposal. Although they are also not nice. So kind of meanie creatures. They're kind of meanie creatures. Yeah, I want to cycle this because this is going to get Ignot Chewered. Alrighty. We got to do this to stem the bleeding. They're going to obviously respond by returning everything. Alright. But then maybe Seasoned Pyromancer can hold the fort. And Ensnaring Bridge could really hold the fort. And then if they can't do nothing, then it's good stuff. The flying, though, can be a bit of a problem. This is 12 damage. Which just puts us in a turn 2 clock with that thing. I don't think we need pillage, at least not at the moment. Yeah, first things first. We need to be able to shoot this thing. So we need a Fury. That's not going to do it. Alright, well you can't say that Chalice didn't, didn't improve our chances. It's just obviously sometimes we need a little bit more. Yeah, Relic is good. Question is, do we play it to avoid grief, or do we just start off with the Ragavan? I can't help but think that just starting the day with a friendly neighborhood Ragavan is really the way to go. But that could clearly not be true. This also plays around turn 1 Ignot Chewer, or at least plays around it to the extent that we get to cycle it. At least we're not pitching that to grief. I could play my very own Shardless Agent. But I don't think I need to get too... I don't think I need to get too frisky. Oh, but then I'll have another Force Negation, although you'd imagine they probably would, kind of mold to a hand that has Force Negation. Alrighty. Well, Ensnaring Bridge, this is definitely gonna help. Maybe we're gonna play this. Or we just want to play Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah, because Brazen Burrow is going to end up going into their graveyard. Yeah, so let's play this. Hopefully it dodges another Force Negation. And this exiles it too, which is nice. Alrighty. Alright, well at least we can hold these at bay for now with Ensnaring Bridge. Can't attack. Chalice on 0. Alright, let's do this. Let's do this. Alrighty. Alright, let's do this. And yeah. Well, 7 and 10. They can definitely push a lot of damage if they play Brazen Borrower. Ooh, Force of Negation. Or Force of Vigor. Guess none of these have flying. Let's see here. Do this or just block. Block. Shoot. Yeah. Alright. They played enough green cards to play Force of Vigor. Well, that's going to be a problem. Man, sometimes I guess they can get you, but I mean, like we've never been more prepared. But somehow, you know, sometimes it happens. All right, match 3. And yeah, we'll keep. Alrighty. We'll bolt. Alrighty. Probably will stomp. Alright. Lightning bolt, sure. Let's see here. Man, it really sucks that we kind of couldn't win the last game because and I'm gonna lead off on yeah, because like I don't know, you don't always face good matchups, and I do think Temur Living In is a good matchup with all of these sideboard hates, which sometimes we can even juke them in game 1, but you know. It's funny, we beat them countless times without Chalice, but you know, oddly enough. Tasha, well, we got a higher converted mana cost. Okay. Yeah, Tasha's not as bad as it used to be because, okay, well this is where we want to be. Because this will shut off a lot of their ability to interact with us. We don't want them drawing 3 cards though with Visions of Beyond, but unfortunately there's nothing we can do about that. Eventually we can flashback a Seasoned Pyro to reduce our graveyard by 1. Oh, now that this won't make a difference. Oh, well this will help. Let's see. Yeah, let's just play this out. I really need Relic because preventing them from drawing 3 cards is really humongous. Discard creatures. I can play Visions of Beyond. I don't know. I don't know that I need to, so let's do this first. I guess I might as well. What's the downside? I didn't draw 3, did I? If a graveyard has 20 or more... Oh, cool, I drew 3 cards. That's a pleasant surprise. Alright. I might as well play this out. I guess, I don't know, at a certain point, though, maybe I draw too many cards. If they can somehow... try to reduce the number of creatures in my graveyard. Alrighty. Man, I want to Visions of Beyond again, but I could seriously deck myself, because if they go back to back, then I'm dead. But then again, I could also just finish them off with burn. Seems unlikely. Yeah, let's just do this and call it a day. Just a little bit short. Ironically, drawing 3 cards is a little bit dangerous. If they drop Basic Island and Natasha, then I guess we did our best. Alright, cool. See, Blood Moon is really the key here. Yeah, if this was Magus, though, I would have been I would have won last turn because it would have attacked for lethal. I think Mill is at least a little favorable. But honestly, I'm more worried about facing Mill than I am about Temur Living End. But you know, what can you do? We might end up taking it against Mill pretty easily. And then dropping the game against a matchup that I think is like 60 or 65, 60, 30, 40, 65, 35. I think we can use Magus. Yeah, I don't think we really need Pyrite Spellbomb. I could be wrong. I don't know if we really need Bonecrusher, although the extra oomph is nice. Lightning Bolt is non-negotiable. I don't know if we need Pyrite Spellbomb, but I mean, at the same time, we wanna cycle into our pillage effects and whatnot. Maybe Seasoned Pyromancer, ironically. Man, Seasoned Pyromancer is so good. Do we really want to... No, I can't in good conscience remove Seasoned Pyromancer. Even because we'll take out Pyrite Spellbomb for pillage. It's a little bit risky because without the ability to cycle into this stuff, we could get mana screwed. It really is surprising how much these 1-mana cantrips help us hit our 3rd land drop, but they do. Alright, I'll probably lead on Ragavan, I don't know. I know this goes against my warning, but the upside is definitely there. Yeah, we're definitely Furying. Or maybe we're just Lightning Bolting. So if they drop 2 crabs next turn. Pillage without a moon effect may not be all that great. Or I guess we do have a moon effect. Well, anyway. No point in waiting because we can't Fury, you know, another card as well. Unless they drop exactly 2 Hedron Crabs, then, you know, that's about as much value as Fury was ever going to get. Alright, maybe we drop Moon and go from there. Alrighty. Magus of the Moon. It might be kind of hard from the turn on Revolt when they. Alright, cool. Yeah, sure. See, somehow Living End we drop, but then Mill, which has caused more problems for us in the past, we easily take down. But, you know, make no mistake, I do think Mill's favorable. It's just not as favorable as Living End. But anyway, alright. Alright, match 4. Back to the Oboshin. Alright, we'll keep. Reggy Vaggy. Can't beat turn 1 Ragavan. I mean, hey, we've been getting turn 1 Ragavan pretty consistently, so can't complain too much, I guess. What's the point, though, if you lose? So, I still reserve the right to complain if I lose. No, I was kidding. And maybe we get revenge on Temur Living End. Alrighty. Well, it seems more likely than, like, other decks. Oh, I guess the moment of truth. Okay, it is Temur Living End. So see, problem here is that we need to be able to, yeah. I can Pyrite Spellbomb my own Ragavan, I guess. Let's do it. Thank God they don't have a Simian Spirit Guide anymore. Like, cycling Quad Street Wraith and Simian Spirit Guiding out a 2-mana Living End was definitely never fun. Well, I mean, I don't know. This is not, like, that worrisome for me. I'm probably going to put Fury in the graveyard next turn either way. Yeah, it's got to be Hammer, because I don't want the creature to come back. Yeah, see. Alrighty. Steel Rainforest. Alright, so we definitely want to put Fury in the grave. Question is, what else do we want to put? Ragavan is nice and all, but maybe we can just play out Giant. Or play out, or put Obosh to hand. How about this? Let's do this. That was probably not a good idea. Maybe it's not that bad of an idea. Maybe I could also hit my Ragavan. That'd be the worst idea ever. Yeah, and I probably should have played the other Ragavan, hit this one, put it to the graveyard. Alrighty. I want to force him to Living End next turn if possible, so. Maker of Waves. They randomly put another card in the graveyard. Man, a Moon Effect would have got them, but just wasn't in the cards. guess I will go 4 mana on this thing, because then I can stomp this other one. Maybe this isn't the worst thing in the world. Alrighty. Yeah. Turn off auto yields. I'm gonna definitely stop this. Okay. I can pretty much deter an attack here, though, I think. Or not. Yeah, I guess I'll do this. Oh, it shrunk my, Anyway, it doesn't make a difference. We would have lost anyway. Alright, entire sideboard comes in. I don't think we need lightning bolt, ironically. Yeah. Dodge this from the Matrix. Alright. Let's lead off on Relic. I kind of want them to force negate this first if they've got it. Well, but then a Force of Vigor in their hand. I think Force of Vigor is kind of experimental tech from them. They don't have that many green cards. Oh, maybe, okay. Alrighty. Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. I mean, they could like Foundation Breaker one of these relics while I'm tapped out, but you know, whoop-de-doo. I still got the Chalice and another relic. Oh, there goes my pillage. At least all the important cards out of my hand. Let's just draw a card. We need to get a Ragavan or something. Anything really. I guess that works. Alrighty. Maybe I cycle a relic. Because I'm worried about them just dropping shit. Excuse the French. Plus, you know, the hammer. There's a little bit of tension with the hammer. I want to start recurring this. Yeah, let's just play this. Let's just play Ragavan. Let's not get too frisky. Drawing into Ragavan is pretty good. Probably worth cracking the relic. Shardless Agent. Okay, that's fine. And do they want a Living End? Or did they decide into Rhinos? Why wouldn't they Living End, right? Just clear my Ragavan. I guess I might as well just Shinka. Give it first strike. Tiny. Play Sphinx of something. Okay. At least I can start hammering away at them. Blood Moon is pretty good. I can play Violent Outburst. It's gonna work on hammering them. I know this leaves me vulnerable to some type of shenanigans, but with Blood Moon severely hampering their ability to cycle, I think we're in decent shape. And with Ragavan deterring attacks, I think I'm okay. They don't have that many red cyclers. Hammer for the rescue. Alrighty. Ensnaring Bridge to also just hold down the fort. Alrighty. Okay, they got something. Alrighty. Not sure what this something is exactly they've got, but they've got something. Or not. I can play my very own Foundation Breaker. Does it say may? You may destroy. But we definitely want to do this. Yeah, and let's play our very own Foundation Breaker. Because it says may. And we say no. No. Alrighty. Alrighty, that's kind of how game 2s are supposed to go. Getting revenge on Temur Living End is a dish best served cold, but we're not done yet. Can't get too ahead of ourselves, cannot celebrate. Too early. Let's see. We do have lots of hate. Oodles and oodles of hate. We're attacking both their mana base and lots of other stuff. This could be risky, but we've got Chalice. Far be it from me to complain. Ragavan is D-nuts. I could hold on to Chalice. Yeah, but I'm not gonna, because I'm worried about grief. Like, they could Foundation Break, but I'm more worried about. Now if they grief, we've got 2 moon effects, hopefully, to hold down the fort. And if they just Foundation Break, then I think we drop moon and we just run away with the game. Yep, see, there's the grief. We called it. Called it. Probably they're going to take the Magus, because Blood Moon can be Force Negation. Magus can't. I don't see as many subtleties as Force Negations running around for them. Maybe because Subtlety just puts it on top and then we can Magus again. Oh, well, that's a little odd. Maybe they do have Subtlety in the mix. Maybe they have another grief. Oh. Ooh. If they don't make a land drop, then I have to like my chances. Alrighty. Ooh. I mean, that's cool and all, but gotta try to shut them off. Subtlety? Nope. Alrighty. I've only 2 hammers in my deck. I'm a little bit hesitant to ship it with Valakut. One of the reasons why I like playing 4, but here I just can't. I can't squeeze anything else. I'm surprised I didn't go after Magus. I'm gonna ship both these lands. Yeah, this works. Alrighty. Probably ship the Chalice and the Blast Zone. My very own Foundation Breaker. I've always wanted one of these as a pet. Alright, we'll cast it. No, please no. This is going to be a game-breaking mistake if it's yes. Alright, I'll just play this out. Because with Hammer in the mix, lands always do serve a purpose. Okay, revenge on Temur living in. See, how weird is that? The first one we won game 1, which we had no business winning, and we lost games 2 and 3, which we had no business losing. And in this match, we lost game 1 like we arguably should, and then we win games 2 and 3 like we arguably should. All right, match 5, playing for the solid 4-1. Let's see. And we got Blood Moon, so we definitely have the wherewithal to to shift the game in our favor, hopefully, unless this is straight up black-red mid-range. Alright, well, we're definitely going to lightning bolt this. We're definitely going to do that on the attack step to mitigate both another dash and ninjutsu. Now, hopefully they don't play like Spell Pierce or something. Ooh, it's possible they do. Well, we didn't know they had blue until right now, so if they Spell Pierce us, then okay. Oh, okay. Hopefully okay, good. Let's do this. This way we can prevent a Drown in the Lock. Because we can remove our lightning bolt. Alrighty. Yes, I like it. Ooh, I like it. Ooh. Yeah, let's go for it. If they play Drown in the Lock, it actually can't even counter it outright. And then maybe it's just GG. Okay, I got a feeling this might be JJ. Let's see here. I don't know, man. This deck has felt good to me. Oh, celebrating too early. Well, I had 3 Ragavans. I still think we come out in pretty good shape here. Do get some more colored mana to work with. Our own Ragavan could have been sweet, but it's okay. Let's do this. And I guess I might as well just play Seasoned Pyromancer out, right? Before it gets discarded or something. Okay, cool stuff. I guess I'll just do this, Although they can Drown in the Lock the Seasoned Pyromancer now. Kolaghan's Command. Okay. Well, I'm surprised I didn't get rid of Relic. If this is what I think it is, then... Alright, let's see. Well, this is nice, because I get to Fury. I'm probably... Yeah, because I'm not gonna... They got another one in their hand. They returned that to their hand. Yeah, I got the Fury in play. Nah, it's just not worth the 1 damage. It is worth the 6 damage, though, next turn. I think they should have dealt with the Relic, but, Who am I to judge? Alrighty. Yep, see, I knew they had a Lightning Bolt. I knew it, they could have Ragged Dashed us if we attacked the Elemental. We don't want that. I could slash back the Seasoned Pyromancer, but like Obosh would seem to just end the game quicker. I think this time I can Pyrite Spellbomb, which would seem ideal. So we use 2 Valakut Awakenings, because ditching the Blood Moon would be pretty good. Oh, we got the Pyrite Spellbomb. Alright, gotta do it on the attack step to prevent ninjutsu. And actually, if they have, I think, 3 mana, ninjutsu is on the table with this Naga thing. Okay. They stretched this out, you know? Kudos. Alrighty. Okay, do we want Chalice? Chalice in 1 seems to be good, but I cannot confirm that it's going to cripple them more than us. And Obosh is sweet, so... however, I think Pillage may be pretty good. Fury being sorcery speed, I think, is a little bit awkward. A little Andy-awkward. Yeah. Alright, let's see here. I think I'm just going to take out Ragavan for Pillage. Ragavan just dies on sight anyway. So... we could play Ensnaring Bridge, but they haven't really shown us any huge creatures that we're that afraid of, so... Let's go. Let's go. Alright, Obosh. La 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 la. I guess I'll keep. I mean, I do have the answers to Ragavan. You know, it's not necessarily the best to have like our Haymaker cards in our hand because they could just get discarded. Sometimes it's best to just draw into them. And hopefully we do have time. Ooh. Swampy Swamp. It says basic land on it. Yep, see, they got Inquisition. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. Let's see here. Yeah, I guess Pillage could really cause headaches. Thoughtseize. I could just play the Lightning Bolt, because, I mean, they're just going to take it. What's the point of just firing it off? For all we know, they also could be Death Shadow. We don't want to reduce their life total willy-nilly. Alrighty. It's not bad. I'm going to play this because I may want to ditch all the rest in my hand with Valakut next turn. Yeah, I think I'm angling towards that. I'm angling towards ditching everything and getting a brand new hand. Okie dokie, okie dokie. Okie doke. Okie dokie doke. Where's that melody from? La la la. La 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 la. Oh yeah, that's what's it called? The Indiana Jones theme. Alrighty. Well, we don't get to Valakut Awakening this turn. And 0 mana ninjutsu gets us, but you know, so be it. Alrighty. Let's see here. Maybe we can hold up another one. I'm actually going to just play out the other Blast Zone, because I think I might want to ship these two. Maybe even Bonecrusher. Because Bonecrusher is good, don't get me wrong, but I think we can do better. Yeah. Let's ship it all. Let's ship it all. We can do it. Yeah. Bam. That's good. I like it. Yeah, let's do this. Let's ditch Fury and Hammer. Alright, let's play out Pyrite and Relic. Yeah, I think that was a good. I'm a little bit hesitant. I mean, obviously, if I knew we were going to draw a third Blast Zone, I probably wouldn't have, you know, played this out, but still think we're in pretty good shape. I definitely want a moon effect, though. Blood Moon, I mean, I guess that's our only moon effect. Kolaghan's Command would be ideal, I think, for them. We could retaliate, though, with connecting with Bugbear, which is pretty good. Okay. Alrighty. Yeah, let's retaliate with Bugbear. We could play this, too. But while they're tapped out, let's, but then they might be able to... Now, while they're tapped out, we definitely want to get our Bugbear game going. Let's just attack with this, because we do not want them to break through with Ragavan. That could be a little risky, but like this Goblin is just kind of like, you know, permanent advantage for the rest of the game, which I really do like. So, alright. Alright, and now we can flashback Season Pyro and play Relic. I like it. I'm just a little bit nervous that they're secretly playing Death Shadow, although they're playing Black Leaf's Cliffs, leads me to believe they're probably not on Shadow. Alrighty. Goblin. Gotta love this guy. Holding the fort down. Holding the fort. See, this is. I think that's how you use Valakut Awakening. Like, just if you don't have the literal best cards in the matchup, just ditch whatever you got in your hand, and you're that much closer to it. And we don't actually have the literal best cards in our matchup, but thankfully their hand seems to be garbage enough that I'll cycle the Relic if they want to Kolaghan's Command it. I will. I mean, I get rid of the Season Pyromancers, but I still think it's worth it. Blood Moon's a little too valuable. So I think Blood Moon just wins the game on the spot. I'll charge up a Blast Zone, because why not? Got nothing better to do. Could attack with Bugbear, but instead I think I will just attack like this. Your player discards a card. Yeah, I guess I'll discard Lightning Bolt. Alrighty. Tush Bloosh. Ooh, I probably shouldn't have attacked. Well, I don't know. There, we got a player on the Ragadash. Putting Obosh to hand would have probably been better, but you know. Shutting off blue. I don't even know if they really have blue. Do they have blue? Yeah, they have blue. They showed it to us last game. They can't fool us. They can't fool us. Alrighty. Alrighty, see, those little tokens just accrued so much advantage. You know what I mean? Alright, Obosh, True Hand. And I think that's the 4-1. Unless they drop a Death Shadow, then like, what? Alright, Stompy time. Yeah, Stompy time. Well, bye-bye, Obosh. I don't know why they played that out first before Thought Seizing. So it goes. So it goes. But they're down to 3. I can attack and probably kill them. Okay. Alright, 4-1 back in the green. We like it. We'll take it. We basically got 4-1 every single time with this Chalice version. And I'm telling you, when you're getting 4-1 every single time, then you've got a tier 1 deck. I don't care what anybody says. Like if you get 5-0 every time, you either have variance or your deck's gonna get banned. Or you're just like in a spike where the meta is particularly soft to it. But like it's either not gonna last forever, or it's not gonna last forever one way or the other. Either because the meta is gonna shift, because you're getting positive variance, or because Wizards is gonna ban it. But if you're getting consistent 4-1s, that's as tier 1 as tier 1 gets, in my opinion. All right, cool stuff. Okay, post-league wrap up. Ooh, so that was kind of an anticlimactic last match against Grixis midrange, but a win is a win. I think we kind of out midrange most of the other midrange decks, so there you go. Temur Living End. Hey, you know, we lost one, we won one. I think the second one we won is a little bit more indicative of how these ones usually go, but at least, you know, we got to showcase that we're not cold to it, you know, because it sucks sometimes to have this like looming over our head in a league, you know, because like I don't blame anybody, but sometimes people ask like, oh no, how do we beat Living End? And it's like, dude, it's one match, you know, it's okay. I mean, like, look, if this much, you know, sideboard hate can't beat Living End, then like the deck's tier 0 needs to get banned. But that's not true. It doesn't need to get banned. We have it under control. Most of the other format has it under control. It's okay. So, and you know, and we showed that, you know, we definitely can and we do beat it. But sometimes we do lose to it too because, well, I mean, we're not. I mean, if we're getting a 5-0 every single time, like I said, I guess, you know, I think our deck would be on the chopping block for a ban. Although, would the deck get banned if literally only I'm playing it? Because I wonder sometimes, what if like because even when I was getting like, you know, consistent 5-0s and I was like the trophy leader, it still felt like a lot of people weren't playing the deck. So like I wonder what would happen if like I was just like crushing it. I mean, I guess I kind of experienced it once where I really was crushing it, and I don't know. But I mean, at the end of the day, the meta shifted, so like it still wasn't necessarily like the deck was just like unstoppable in the abstract. What was going on actually? I think the main reason why I was trophy leader at one point, I was just smashing it left and right, and like, you know, the trophies were like truly piling up like really easily, is that Uro was just ubiquitous. Like literally you could play 3 or 4 Uro matches. I think I maybe even played one league where like every single match was Uro. Like it was so ubiquitous. And like, I know it's hard to believe, but this deck just stomps on Uro, or at least it did. I don't know. The prowess version may be a little bit better because, see, the thing is actually, this explicitly mid-range version, it might actually not be as good against Uro as the old Obosh prowess list that I used to play back then, because nothing really can compete with Uro in a grind fest. It's a 6/6. It gains 3 life. It draws a card every time it attacks and comes into play. Like, you're not outgrinding Uro. Uro will outgrind everything. I mean, you know, Hammer Bogargan be darned. Like, Uro doesn't care. The way you beat Uro is you go under it, or you drop Blood Moon, or you drop Relic. And guess who was playing Blood Moon? Guess who, I think, even at times started playing Relic in the main? And guess who played a bunch of prowess creatures and Lava Dart and a bunch of ways to push early damage? Yep, you got it. So we did all of it. We went under Uro. I mean, we sometimes won on turn 3. We went, you know, we got underneath their mid-rangey / control-ish long game plan. We dropped Blood Moon and shut off their incredibly greedy mana base. Which, by the way, when Astrolabe got banned, it's one of the reasons why we started crushing Uro. Before we had access to Blood Moon, it was way trickier dealing with Uro. Like, oh, thank God they banned that card. You know, because honestly, and also that's why Ponza sometimes, you know, popped up and really started taking over the meta too, because Ponza also, from my understanding, dunked on Uro. I don't think it dunked on Uro as hard as our deck though, because I mean our old Obosh prowess deck, because like I said, it did it all. It went under. It could get turn 3 kills. It could drop Blood Moon on turn 3 and just shut off the Uro deck. It could drop Relic of Progenitus and turn off Uro just, you know, for 1 mana. Like, it did it all. And yeah. Anyway, the meta's not always gonna give us such a gift like that. I mean, that was the gift, you know. Let me tell you, and it was so weird. Like, I'm surprised more people weren't talking about this deck as like the answer to Uro. But I really felt like my deck was at the time was the answer to Uro. Maybe I should have made like a theory video about it at the time. I don't know. Whatever the case may be, I definitely, our deck is not like tier 0 anymore. I mean, I don't know that our deck was ever tier 0 per se, but we don't have that unique position where like there's one deck that's completely ubiquitous and we really dunk on it. I mean, we do pretty good against most of the meta, but I don't think there's a single deck that we like truly dunk on. I could be wrong. Let me think. What's a deck that we really dunk on, if any? I don't know. I mean, every deck's got a chance against us. I think we're pretty favored against most of the decks we're facing, which is pretty good, which is a pretty good place to be. But I can't honestly say that there's like a deck that feels like it's like a 8-2 or a 9-1 or a 10-0. I mean, there's no such thing as a 10-0, I think, in Magic. And in other games there might be, but not in Magic. I think everything's like a 6, like a, you know, a 5.5, 4.5, or like a 6-4, 7-3. I don't know that we've got any 8-2s. I could be wrong. If anybody, you know, I was gonna say elves, but elves actually got a lot of upgrades. All those value elves that just like, you know, man, though this deck is good against. I would say definitely we were like probably 9-1 against some of the older elves variants before they got a lot of upgrades, but elves is probably a 7-3. It's not an 8-2, I don't think. So I mean, and if elves isn't an 8-2, then I don't know. But I think we got solid like you know, 5.5 to 4.5s and like 6-4s, 7-3s, and everything in between or so, you know, pretty much across the board for the most part. So at least that's how it feels. I mean, Boros Burn. Oh, I guess Boros Burn. I'm gonna be extremely biased here and say it's like this is like a 5-5 matchup. It very realistically could be like a negative matchup, like we could be 4, like, you know, 5.5 in their favor. It could even be 6-4 in their favor. Kind of depends. I think we've had some good variants, but I'm going to be extremely biased here, and I'm going to say we're 5-5 because I have been beating them a lot. You know, I've got this nagging feeling that some positive variance has been working in my favor, but you know, but that being said, I'm going to be. I think that's about as far as my bias can take me. I don't think my bias can vault this to a 4-5, to a 6-4, at least not yet. Maybe Chalice just proves incredibly overwhelming to them. But look, like getting Boros Burn to a 5-5, I'll accept it. You know that we can take down a tournament. We can take down, like, you know, a decent amount of trophies. I think hopefully if we keep playing this going forward, if we're able to win about half of the Burn matchups. Now if Burn goes everywhere, we may have to, like, you know, push it up further. But yeah, Temur living in. I think we're 6-4 or even 7-3. Dare I say? I know match 2 made it look like we weren't that favored, but I don't know. I just feel like you can't play this much hate and not be at least 7-3. But you know, maybe the more we play, the more we realize that the deck is just really that resilient and it's really that good, which it is good. But I mean, really, I mean, the deck is truly spectacular. If it's only like a 6-4 with all this hate, I want to say it's a 7-3, but I will say it's either 6-4, 7-3, or something in between. My bias makes me say 7-3, but you know, it is theoretically possible that I'm being a bit too optimistic. Dimir Mill, I think my bias is also going to make this a 5.5 to a 4.5. It is very possible this is about a 5-5 matchup. It could even be slightly negative, but I don't think it's negative. I don't. I'm sure other people may have different experiences, but anyway, that's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say it's a 5.5 matchup, but I'm going to acknowledge that there's probably some bias in there, and it could be a 5-5 matchup. And then Grixis Midrange, which we played the last match. I think this is like 7-3. I don't think that's particularly biased. I think I think most of our 7-3 matchups are other mid-range decks. They still beat us, but they don't beat us that often. It's a very frustrating day, and it does happen. But like, you know, it's there's a reason why it's particularly frustrating when we lose these decks, because it's become pretty rare. And I mean, you know, obviously there's probably some bias there too, but you know, I'm less. I think I'm less. The bias meter is a little less going haywire on my assessment on this one. Yeah, could be 6.5, for, you know, 4.5 or 3.5. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I could still be being overly generous, but I'm calling it a 6-3, and I'm not as concerned about the bias affecting that one. But of course it could, you know, because nobody's perfect, nobody's infallible. Never. I shouldn't, you know, never say never, but like, let's just say I would always recommend be extremely skeptical if anybody says, "Here's my unbiased take." It's like, whoa. Anyway, so yeah, let's. I guess hopefully we continue a good run with this one. It'd be nice to trophy again sometime. It'll come. You know, like I said, can't complain about these 4-1s. Good to get back in the 4-1 zone, because we're just kind of getting consistent 3-2s with the Wish version, which, by the way, I think also may speak to the strength of the core of the deck. Not that Wish is a bad card per se, but the fact that the fact that messing with the core components still produces, you know, not extremely favorable, but still favorable results, you know, probably does say something. That being said, I did do some test leagues where I kind of quit in the middle of the league. Like one, I think I realized I had some wonky sideboards, so like, you know, it is possible I might have had some negative results those leagues, but I mean, I think when I brought out of the league, it was only my second match, and I probably shouldn't have done it. I was like, I won one, I lost one. I don't know, but like my side, I just realized my sideboard had a big problem. I think I didn't have any land destruction or something. Can't remember exactly what it was. Or maybe, or anyway. But anyway, I realized that Boom Bust was something that I absolutely had to try. So anyway, it's long story short. I think the Wish version was basically a 3-2 deck. I think this is basically a 4-1 deck. I think we basically been proven that. So I don't know. I mean, you know, but maybe I don't want to speak too soon. I mean, I could get a 3-2. It doesn't mean it doesn't mean I'm going to abandon the deck or anything. But every single one of these matchups, it felt I feel much more confident. I feel like my numbers, my analytics, if you will, about each matchup is much higher with this version. Like my assessment was not as overall positive. If you remember when I assessed our matchups when we had Wish. I guess I could also assess some of the old ones with Wish. Like Greentron, for example, I think we're about the same, probably like 5.5, 5.5, you know, 3. Or 4.5, something like that. Is it Storm? Yeah, I'd say we're probably 6-4 with the Chalice on 2 strategy. Dredge, still probably like 5.5, might even be slightly unfavored. Temur Rhinos, I think with the Chalice version, I think we're favored. I don't know if we're 6-4. I feel like we're somewhere between 6.4 and 5.5. You know, 5.5, 4.5. I want to say 6.4, but you know, the bias meter is kind of going really intense on that one. So I'm very you know, but way better. I think with the Wish version, I think it was probably negative, to be honest. The Jun Sagavan, I don't think that changes much because, you know, Chalice doesn't really come in, but Pillage, I think Pillage improves. Yeah, Pillage gives me more ways to deal with Urza Saga without necessarily having to play Mages of the Moon. So yeah, I would say Jun Sagavan probably goes to a 7.3, where it was probably like a 6.4 with the Wish version. So yeah, anyway, so that's just kind of my quick rundown. Like obviously those matchups don't improve a lot, but you know, just thinking about the Wish version, Boros Burn, I think it's definitely negative. Probably it's a 4-6 in Burn's favor with the Wish version, because not having access to Chalice really hurts us, or not having access to consistent Chalice on 1, Chalice on 2, you know, on curve. You know, having to wish for it definitely makes it more clunky. To more Living End, I think that I think in the Wish version that's probably yeah, it's probably about even 5.5-ish, maybe 5.5. I don't know. Definitely, I feel like it's like a 7.3 in this version. Having the 4 chalices in the sideboard as opposed to just 1 we wish for is huge. Dimir Mill, it's about the same. I don't think that changes much. The Temur Living End deck, yeah, again, same as analysis as last time. Grixis Midrange, yeah, I think this version is 7.3. I think the Wish version is maybe 6.5, you know, 3.5, just slightly worse. It's almost the same thing, but I think Pillage, I think having access to Pillage is slightly better than not having access to Pillage. And I just don't think the Wish board. If you notice, the consistent trend here is I'm not necessarily rating having access to the Wish board swinging any particular matchup that much, you know. So anyway, yeah. So let's see, and hope you all continue to like the content, and yeah, definitely subscribe if you want to see more like this. But I just wanted to, at least, I don't know, this might be the last league I play for a little bit. At least wanted to get this one wanted to get another league with the old version in after my little foray into Wish. So all right, take care everybody, until next time.